Hey, what's up guys? My name is Emiliano. Today I'll be walking you guys over how I went from doing this cardio to doing walking, my one walk per day, and my body going from something like what it looked like back then to what it looks like right now. Now, let's get right into it. HIIT cardio. What is HIIT cardio? For those that don't know, HIIT cardio stands for high intensity interval training. Now, I want to go over the pros and the cons for each one and have you guys analyze so that way you can apply it to your own routine and see what you think. Right? Why? Because I know that I'm right, because I've experienced it. I speak from experience. I cannot force you guys to do anything, but I can teach you and you make your decision once you're informed. Pros of doing high intensity interval training. The main thing with this kind of training, main mistake that people make is doing this kind of training. Why? What does high intensity interval training imply? Well, exactly that. High intensity means that it's going to go into cons, because if you don't think it goes into cons, then you're just, a maniac. Cons, it's harder on your body, so it's more time consuming, harder on your body, I'll put recovery, because it takes longer for your body to recover. It's time consuming, that requires some kind of equipment sometimes. Requires equipment, and you get the deal. Equipment. Now, what are any pros of high intensity interval training? Well, it can be beneficial for your health, right? Not saying that it's completely bad, but that's the only pro which I see that this would have that this didn't. Forgot one more. If you guys can see it, spikes your hunger, and that's actually one of the main reasons why I completely stopped doing something like this, as you can see here, which of course there's a few details which I do want to add there. However, that's why I stopped doing something like this, like with the jump rope or the treadmill, or something similar to that, to now walking. Back then I was 175, 180 pounds when I used to do this kind of cardio, thinking that I would burn extra calories and minimize the amount of fat that I would put on whenever I was bulking. And that's one thing that I do want to put as a disclaimer. I was mostly bulking when doing this kind of cardio, but now that I am cutting, I still have tried doing this kind of cardio, and it still gives me the same cons. It's more time consuming, it's harder on my body, requires equipment. In fact, a few months ago, I literally did this kind of cardio, and the day after, my body literally felt more sore than it did with my regular strength training session. So instead of doing that, I swapped it to doing one walk every single day. And when I say a walk, I mean a genuine walk, right? Whether it is in the morning or in the afternoon or midday, I'll go out, do a walk around my neighborhood, maybe 2, and I'll get easily 4,000 to 5,000 steps. Now you'll say, yeah, but that's just steps. It's not burning as much calories as this. Well, I'll stop you there. Let me first give you the pros of walking, and then we can discuss that. Notice it is quite literally the opposite of this, and I'm not biased at all, right? I enjoy doing my cardio as well. I enjoy jumping my rope. I enjoy skipping. I enjoy going on a bike ride. I enjoy running. Even running is something that I actually enjoy. Running a mile or 2 at a pretty high intensity. I enjoy doing that. However, by switching over to something like this, which I do now, and yes, I did start doing this, I'll be 100% honest, while I was cutting. However, I did both, right? I tried both to see which one would work best. Walking still gives you the same health benefits. It's actually one of the lead main factors which determine how long you will live. It's been scientifically proven that people that walk more, which it makes sense because your ancestors, all they did was walking, right? Everybody's ancestors, all we did was walk, right? We carry all of our weight on our feet, and it's true. You don't just get all the health benefits that you do from high intensity interval training, but it's not time consuming, right? And this is actually, something that a lot of people will argue. However, it's not time consuming. Even me as a remote worker, for all my remote workers out there that are probably watching this, that are just trying to get into the gym, maybe get leaner, it's not time consuming, right? You can pace around your house. You can, take a sales call while you're on the phone while walking. Take your walking breaks, and at the end of the day, once you're done sitting on that chair, go out, take a walk. Takes less than 10-20 minutes, which is the same amount of time that it'll probably take you to do this. However, on top of that, you don't need any equipment. Usually with high intensity cardio, you do need some kind of equipment. You can do, of course, your circuits at home with just pure calisthenics. However, usually to get a better high intensity workout, you'll use the elliptical or maybe the treadmill, whatever you have, right? But this, it's absolutely nothing. Maybe a treadmill if you think that's more convenient. But on top of that, no recovery, right? It's not going to be strainful in your body. It's not going to be hard for you to recover. And you're never going to, maybe you'll feel sore your feet because you're not used to it in the beginning, but it's never going to be anywhere near the recovery that your body's going to need with high intensity interval training, right? Like I said, a few months ago, I did skipping again. And the day after, I felt more sore than I usually did, even on my leg days, which I take seriously. Cons? Absolutely none. What kind of con could you find in walking? And I'll go ahead and point out there. Yes, like I said, while walking, I did start walking while I started my cut. That's why I'm not going to completely blame or give all of my value and all the benefits that I have gotten throughout my cut to just walking, but yeah, it has made a significant difference, and it did play a big role. By the way, if you're looking to get a personalized plan, or maybe you want to apply to work with me, link is down in the description. But point is, the one walk a day has helped me burn. But the thing is, one walk every single day has helped me burn way more fat than HIIT cardio ever did. And if you do want to try and go for that, yes, maybe you will burn a little bit more calories and less amount of time, but at the end of the day, all the extra time that it's going to take you to set up, to recover, and all of that, it's just going to be transferred over to this. When you could have just, all that extra time that you're spending here, you could have just spent it walking. You're done with the walk, you get your 10,000 steps, you burn an extra 100, 200 calories from getting those extra 5,000 steps. Most people only get less than 5,000. If you increase that to 10,000, that's going to be at least 200 calories that you're burning over here. And that's the same 200 calories max, which you're going to burn with a high intensity interval training. And that's if you're doing like a 20-minute session, which most people cannot even go for longer than 20 minutes. So the point is, if you're starting your gym journey, you're starting to lift weights, get stronger, get leaner, follow the advice that I give on other videos, of course. Main gaining, follow your nutrition, make sure it's on point, make sure your strength training is on point. But on top of that, if you supplement it with one walk every single day, you're going to be putting on extra muscle, and you're going to retain as much fat as possible as well. A lot of people don't know it, but walking can actually be beneficial to your strength training as well. If your cardiovascular is better, you're going to be able to recover better in between sets, and as well as your incline walk that you already probably do after your gym session. You're going to be able to recover even better than before in between sets. You're going to feel much better. You're going to have better endurance, and especially on those leg days, you're going to feel that difference. Your body and your cardiovascular health makes a big difference, especially on those leg days. So I would say ditch the high intensity interval training and swap it to something like walking. You're going to be burning the same calories, getting the same benefit without all the extra cons which come with this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, and like I said, if you want to apply to work one-on-one with me, get a more personalized plan, link is down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.